friends, today I'm going to tell you a story about a rich and arrogant woman who was so proud of her wealth and status that she didn't take other people seriously at all. She had a humble servant whom she constantly humiliated and mistreated over every little thing. But one day, fate threw this rich woman together with that very servant onto a deserted island where survival turned out to be far from easy. When hunger, thirst, and helplessness begin to break her down, the servant finally gets a chance to settle the score for all the humiliation. After all, now the remote control is in his hands, and Madam's arrogance is only useful for catching fish. And if she dares to show attitude, he punishes her in different ways. But let's take it from the beginning. Hi, you're on the Movie Girl channel. Our story begins with a woman named Amber, the wife of a successful businessman. She's so spoiled by her luxurious life and her husband Tony's money that she can't even talk to people normally. That's exactly why most people around her can't stand her. But honestly, she doesn't care. This time she's going on vacation with her husband and 2 couples of friends, on her own private jet to Greece, of course. Upon arrival, the group rents a yacht for a sea cruise. When they approach the vessel, they're greeted by the crew members and Captain Burley. But while the captain shakes everyone's hands, Amber, as usual, displays her arrogance. She doesn't even shake hands and just walks past. Everyone feels uncomfortable from such rudeness. A guy named Joseph works on this yacht, and he absolutely doesn't like Amber's behavior. He takes the guest luggage and starts showing them their cabins. But Amber isn't satisfied with anything, and her rude manners make it clear she thinks she deserves better. Then she sharply asks, "Do you have a gym here?" Joseph silently brings a small exercise bike and asks, "Will this work for you?" He's clearly mocking her. Amber boils over and declares, "I can get you fired." The next day, everyone goes out on small boats. The others jump into the water and have fun, but Amber stays on board. She's afraid of water. She demands that Joseph stay with her. The guy has to comply. Then Joseph remarks, "You should go swimming with them too." Hearing this, Amber rudely cuts him off. Joseph finds this attitude very unpleasant, but what can he do? Moving on to the next day. Amber is exercising on deck while Joseph cleans nearby. She manages to humiliate him here too. Joseph silently walks away. Then everyone sits down for lunch. Everyone enjoys the food, but not Amber. She furiously starts scolding Joseph. "The food is cold. Heat it up immediately and bring it back." At this moment, Joseph loses his composure and angrily pours all the food on her head. Amber screams, "Idiot! What have you done?" And Joseph grabs her and throws her overboard. But then it turns out that all of this was just his fantasy. He goes to the galley and complains to his friends about Amber's antics. What an arrogant person she is. Burley responds, "Rich people are always like that. We have to smile and endure their whims. There's no getting rid of them." After that, Burley takes the dinner, but Amber speaks rudely to the captain too. "These servants make me sick. Tell them not to come near me." 2 days pass like this, where everyone has to put up with Amber's whims. She gets irritated over small things, and Joseph suffers the most. He's tired of her antics and tries to stay away. One evening, drunk Amber bumps into Joseph and says, "You work so hard. Will you dance with me?" Joseph has long been burning with a thirst for revenge, and he understands that she's trying to seduce him. He replies, "I'll never dance with someone like you," and leaves. The next day, Amber announces she wants to go fishing. Joseph tries to dissuade her. "We'll have to go far, and the weather is getting bad. Leaving the yacht is complete madness." But Amber always gets her way, so Joseph takes her on a motorboat. But in the middle of the sea, the boat suddenly stalls. Joseph tries to start the engine, but unsuccessfully. Checking the fuel, he realizes the tank is empty, and he didn't even check before leaving. Amber explodes. "Start it immediately. I don't need these problems." Joseph snaps back. "I told you not to go, but because of your stubbornness, now I'm stuck here too. So sit quietly and wait until someone finds us." Now both are stuck in the middle of the open sea, hoping they'll be rescued soon. But night passes. The next day comes, and no one arrives. Food and water have run out, and Amber continues to whine, "Get me out of here immediately, or you'll be sorry." Joseph is infuriated by her behavior, but he can't do anything. Then Amber finds a gun in a box. Joseph explains, "That's a flare gun. You can call for help with it, but don't waste it now." Time drags on and both are terribly hungry. Joseph somehow manages to catch a fish and offers it to Amber. "That's disgusting," but she just throws it away. Suddenly, a boat appears in the distance. Amber grabs the flare gun, but in panic, she misses and accidentally shoots their own boat. It starts deflating. Now they have to hold on to the remains of the boat and drift. At night, a storm begins, but they somehow survive the storm, clinging to the wreckage. In the morning, they notice an island in the distance, a glimmer of hope. They make it to shore, but as soon as they step on land, Amber declares, "Soon my lawyer will deal with you and put you behind bars." Joseph replies, "If that's how you feel, let's go our separate ways." The island is completely deserted, and surviving here won't be easy. But Joseph gets lucky. He finds a hut up top where someone used to live. He cleans it up a bit, drinks water from a stream, and starts crafting a device for catching fish. Meanwhile, Amber wanders around the island but finds nothing, so she hides and watches Joseph. Soon he catches a fish and calmly eats in the shade. Amber approaches him. "Give me some fish." But Joseph refuses. "I won't give you anything. You always treated me like dirt." But Amber's pride hasn't gone anywhere. She arrogantly declares, "I want to buy that fish from you." Joseph replies, "I won't sell it." She offers, "I'll pay $1,000, and even gives him her gold bracelet. But Joseph throws the jewelry away. "Here your money and pride are worth nothing. If you want to eat, catch fish yourself." Amber furiously throws dirt at him. Joseph explodes, slaps her, and says, "On this island, I'm your boss, and you'll obey my every word. Now you're my servant. If you want to eat, first, wash all my clothes and dry them. Then, maybe, I'll feed you." Amber has no choice. She furiously washes all his clothes and brings them dried. Then Joseph orders her to bring water, and she obeys. Only after that does he give her food. A rich and proud woman who got angry over cold food is now eating half-raw fish out of hunger. And that's exactly what Joseph wanted, for her to realize her mistakes and break her arrogance. Then he goes to rest in the hut and tells Amber to sleep outside. When she asks to come inside, he replies, "There's not much space." Amber sleep outside. That's how their first night on the island passes. In the morning, they catch fish together and return with their catch. But Joseph has completely changed. His rudeness is growing. He only catches fish and shifts all other work onto Amber. And if she shows even a drop of arrogance, he punishes her. One day, when she's gathering firewood for the fire, Joseph demands that she sing and dance. Out of necessity, Amber fulfills all his whims. Time passes, and on this deserted island, a strange chemistry begins to emerge between them. One day, when Amber is cooking fish, Joseph suddenly says, "Kiss my hand." At first, she refuses, but circumstances are such that she has to obey. Joseph is doing all this to break her arrogance and make her a normal person. Now Joseph has turned the rich and proud woman into his servant and lives a royal life. But one day, when Amber is working, Joseph starts teasing her. She's already at her limit, so she knees him in the groin and runs away. Joseph furiously chases after her. Amber realizes that now he can take advantage of her helplessness. After all, she can't get off the island. After running a bit, he catches her, and Joseph decides to teach her a good lesson. Leaving, he says, "You always treated people below you with contempt, but they're people too. When you become a real person, I'll help you." Actually, Joseph has started to have feelings for her. He just wants her to understand. Everything she did to others was wrong. Soon, Amber realizes her mistakes. She spends the whole night by the sea, thinking. In the morning, she comes to Joseph and asks for forgiveness. Joseph forgives her, and they become good friends, doing all the work together. Their life completely changes, and gradually, they grow closer and closer. Amber realizes she's fallen in love with Joseph. They live together in the hut. Now they're both happy on this island. But one day, while gathering firewood, Amber notices a ship in the distance. At first, she starts waving her arms, but then stops. At night, she doesn't tell Joseph anything. She understands. If she returns to her old life, she'll lose Joseph forever. She wants to stay with him, even if life on a deserted island is so hard. Then they find a bottle of alcohol in the hut. After drinking, they dance all night, fool around and realize their feelings are real. After that night, they live like a real couple. They know that no one can see them on this island. They spend the next 3 or 4 days enjoying their time together and try to make every moment unforgettable. Amber doesn't want to go back, but Joseph still hopes that someone will come to their rescue. One day, while relaxing on the beach, they notice a boat. Joseph happily wants to signal, but Amber stops him. "If we leave, we'll be separated forever. I've fallen in love with you and want to always be near you." She begs to stay, but Joseph gently explains, "If our love is real, we'll be together wherever we are, and our love will survive." After that, he signals, and they're both rescued. Now they're on a boat, and Amber's husband, Tony, is informed that she's been found. He meets them at the port and hugs Amber. Then he says to Joseph, "You saved my wife's life. How can I thank you?" But Joseph's face darkens. Without answering, he silently leaves. Later, when Joseph comes to a club, a man approaches him with a bag full of money. It's a reward from Tony, but Joseph throws the bag away. "I don't need a reward." The man leaves the bag and walks away. Joseph opens it. There's really money inside. He decides to return it, but on the way he sees a jewelry store and buys an expensive ring for Amber. He's decided he'll marry her. Joseph calls her. "I miss you so much. I wish we had stayed on the island." Amber replies, "I'll always be with you. Whatever decision you make, write it in a letter tomorrow and leave it at my hotel reception before I leave." Joseph does just that. Writes a letter. "I want to marry you. We'll go to another country and start a new life. As soon as you get this letter, come to the port. I'll be waiting." He leaves the letter with the ring at the reception. But in the morning, Tony intercepts the letter and doesn't let it reach Amber. Amber waits for Joseph's letter but never receives it. In the end, she reluctantly gets on a helicopter with her husband. Then Tony gives the hotel employee generous tips along with the letter, which has Joseph's boat address written on it. That guy takes the letter to Joseph saying, "This was sent by those who just left on the helicopter." Joseph opens the envelope. It's his own letter with the ring. He runs toward the helicopter, but it's already too late. Amber is sad, thinking Joseph didn't send a letter, and Joseph thinks Amber returned the letter and left him forever. But they don't know that Tony deliberately separated them. Joseph reaches the spot and with a broken heart throws the ring with all his strength. It flies straight into the sea. Their love remains unfinished because of Tony, and on this sad misunderstanding, this unfinished love story ends. Well, friends, what do you think? Should the movie have ended like this? Be sure to write in the comments. I hope you really enjoyed this story.